아 저녁 좀 빨리 잔소리 하지 말고 여자가 아.
So today I wanted to talk about the Korean drama Skycastle. Everybody's talking about it and my friends are going crazy about this drama. Although it ended like a few weeks ago, we managed to catch up and finish the entire drama series. What was the most memorable scene?
강 선생님이 형한테 이야기하잖아. 그 계속 난 어떻게 해야 될지 모른다고. They're just working because their parents said, "Hey, you need to go to 서울대." So it's like, okay. The mom tells the 강 선생님, 그 병원 원장 돼야지 하고 그렇게 하잖아. And then 강 선생님은 나는 그걸 원하는지 안 원하는지 모르는데 그냥 그걸 가져야 된다니까 그냥 해야 되겠다 하고 그냥 마음 없이 그냥 계속 그렇게 하잖아. 그게 너무 미국 사회랑 좀 다른 것 같아. 근데 너무 이해가 돼.
Yes.
It's understandable.
Yes, I could relate to the scene too. I wanted to make my parents happy by going to good schools and like being really good at schoolwork. So the only motivation that made me push myself hard was I wanted to make my parents happy. Like I wanted to be a good daughter. While I was working as a producer, I used to like think that my job defines me. When I first got to the States, without any of those titles, I was kind of lost. I felt like, what am I doing now? Like that was very important to me my whole life. But now I realized it doesn't matter. Kang Jun-sang, that professor in the medical school, he was also motivated by those purposes. Like he didn't have any other like goal in his life.
I mean, I think it was very relatable to me too because 나는 부모님도 한국에서 계속 있었잖아. They treated me like I was a Korean student, right?
Even though you were growing up in
Even though I
the
was
States.
growing up in the States, so to me that was very confusing. Like I just do remember them talking about like colleges when I was like 9 years old.
And that never happens in the States.
I don't think
To most
so.
Americans.
I mean, maybe like people talk about it like kind of like when you're watching football and it's like, oh, Michigan, like, oh, you have to like Michigan, but
Because
no
you
one's-
like that school, you
Yeah.
want to be there.
Yes. Let's say my aunt is a good example. You know, same family, but she's totally Americanized, but she's in the U.S. and she always emphasizes to her kids like, you know, oh, be a good person and you know, do what you want and you know, do what you're passionate about. And 그걸 우리 부모님이랑 비교하면 완전 만나시잖아.
For the first time viewers, I want to give a little bit of background because your mom is second generation Korean American and your dad was first generation Korean immigrant.
And, well, especially because I lived in the U.S. with my grandparents, like separated from my parents who lived in Korea, so they were involved and immersed and surrounded by that culture. So that's what they know. And I was in the U.S. and all I know is my friends or my aunt, you know, that culture. So it's like totally different.
I didn't get pressured to study more. Like my parents were just like hands off, like, and I was like, well, I just want to make them happy, you know. This way they can be very proud of me and.
So you're like Uju.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I don't want to spoil the story, but he had that like specific moment that changed his mind, and he was like, oh, I want to live my life independently now. Like that moment was to me when I went to college.
You know, it's kind of funny, even though you grew up in Korea, I probably felt more of that pressure, like the very Korean pressure. Like up until maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, I always felt, I still do now, a lot of my accomplishments, it was, you know, my parents always pushed me. It was very hard, but finally when I was old, I had a serious conversation with my dad and like, I don't care what you want, like don't tell me
Oh,
anymore.
you did say that?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was like, this is my life, like not yours. And there is a side of that in the U.S. too, I'm sure. You know.
Do you think so?
Yeah, definitely. Like very, you know, the Northeast, like everybody in like New York City or you know, like New England, like the very rich private schools. Or so I'm not gonna pretend that it's not like that in the U.S. I can't talk about those super rich private schools, I don't know. But I think they do value that you're more than just your grades.
Oh, really? I think that's the most important lesson you can teach.
And I think American colleges, they do value that too, you know, because smart, like successful people in life are not the smartest people, right? It's like there's a lot of very, very smart people that you put them in a company and they don't perform, right?
What really makes me sad is when I think about those kids who kill themselves because they didn't get a good grade in school. I feel like that's adults' responsibility.
Yeah, and I'm more sad when I think about that, knowing that most of them, I would think, decide to end their lives, not because they're so disappointed in themselves, but they think that they've disappointed their parents, right? Or my parents won't love me because, you know.
Yes, because they're too young, they don't know that it's not everything. That's why this show is so amazing. Like, it gives you so much food for thoughts. Thank you so much for writing this show. I really feel like this kind of show helps change the world.
I think what it's going to take is more people like you, right? More people who didn't go the normal path of getting the super expensive teachers and the parents didn't pressure, but you were still successful.
I'm not successful.
Well, I mean, you are successful. You will from you know the end goal of what the 한국 사람이 찾는 거 그냥 무조건 그냥 스카이만 입학하면 성공 그렇게 생각하잖아. Like the parents need to love their kids first, not their accomplishments. That is
Wow.
because the society is so it's very superficial. It's not about you can't measure I love my kids, right? I can't like there's no score or title that comes with how much you love your kids, but there's a title that comes with what job they get or what college they get into, you know. For example, if like your handbag, right, that you bought that was handmade and it's, you know, artistic, there's no measure for that. But a Louis Vuitton bag has a price tag, you know, so they value numbers and stats. Like top 50% of income, they probably have like super expensive handbag, right? While in the US, I don't think people find that important or necessary. So maybe like the top 10% or top 5% of people will have super expensive handbags, but to them it's like they don't even think about it, right? Because it's so cheap because they're so rich.
Yes.
But in Korea, it is like people save for months and months and months to buy this one handbag.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Do you want to know what my favorite scene was? I personally liked the scene where the students were throwing their papers up in the air. That was my favorite. It reminded me of the movie.
My favorite part was learning all the ajashi phrases.
What? What?
이게 저녁이야?
근데요.
잔소리하지 말고 골프 옷 준비해. Is that right?
I don't think so.
아니야.
I don't want you to learn those phrases.
한국 문화에서 너무 쉽게
I feel like you're only learning bad things from Korean culture. There are a lot of good aspects. They are really helpful to each other.
그 우리도 몽고메리 갔을 때 그 말처럼 like 그런 컨셉, 그 정이라는 컨셉은 미국에 먹은 것 같아. 그게 한국 그 문화에 너무 좋은 것 같아.
So that leads to our next video, our trip to Montgomery edition. So yes, please continue watching our next video. And Sammy wants to say bye to you too.
남자들이 음식 기다립니다.
Sammy's gonna get a coach.
쌤이 한국 갈 때 강아지 코디.